Ooh, welcome, man. Welcome back to the channel. Man, how's everybody doing? Oh, really? Lee, what's up, Lee? Hello from Moranca, Pennsylvania, PA. What's going on, Lee? I don't want nothing, man. I'm just on here. We're on lunch break. I'm at the training center, man. At the Chrysler Training Center. Got back from lunch a little early, so I figured I'd fire up. Let y'all know what's going on, which is not much. I'm actually in a course. I don't know if you call this an update course or what, but we're touching on some of the transmission issues that's plaguing the brand. All right, what's going on, Caper? Man, what time is it out there where you at, man? It is 12:19 here. Shouldn't you be asleep? It's nighttime where you at, ain't it, Caper? Anyway, what's going on? Gary Farr. Hello from Tampa, Florida. What's going on, Gary, man? I didn't want none, y'all. It ain't like you was gonna miss anything. I just fired up the camera. I'm a little early back from lunch break. Like I said, I'm at the training center. I tried to get the background where you can see the training center 119 in the afternoon or night. Uh, yeah, I tried to get the background where you can see the banner, but I'm back early from lunch, man. We touching on some transmission stuff. Um, just updates and now tomorrow. No, I think next week. That's an update course for the 8-speed, which we still not allowed to go into. So I don't know what's. I guess you can spend a day talking about what's changed, even though you're not allowed to go in and do anything. But that's coming. From what I heard today, that's going to be a 9-speed overhaul class and an 8-speed overhaul class coming up. So in the future, I don't know when in the future, I guess we'll be able to overhaul them for whatever reason. I mean, overhauls have to be justified. We are only an hour apart. Oh, okay, it ain't that bad. I thought you was like, uh, like 5, 6 hours apart. Okay, but yeah, Cape, I ain't want nothing, man. I just logged in, punched in. I'm tell y'all some of the things that we talked about. Like I get to talk when I'm here. I get to talk to other techs. It's nothing like talking to fellow techs that's going through the same thing you going through. See what you see and can relate to what you're talking about, man. This one guy, y'all remember I told y'all like I've never been inside of a Pentastar 3.6 third generation. You know, those I found in the Pacifica, the minivan Pacifica, and the 2016 and higher Grand Cherokee. I personally have never been in one, but I just talked to a guy today that have been into three. Uh, three. So, well, I mean, that's not going to stop me from saying I've never been into one. I guess when I say that, I would be insinuating that there's nothing wrong with them. And that's not my intentions. I don't want to mislead anybody. Every one of them, at some given point in time, they will have some problems. So don't be, don't let me mislead you, or I don't want to mislead anybody into thinking there's absolutely nothing wrong with the third generation Pentastar 3.6 liter engine. Like me personally, I haven't worked on one. Anything, valve train, bottom end, top end, anything. Now, like I say, I spoke to a guy today. He's been in the three. One was some actual valve train issue, but I think it was an isolated incident. Um, just one of those freak things, man. Sometimes stuff happens that has absolutely no explanation. And he actually told me this was so new that Chrysler wanted the engine back right away. So I think they took a beating and a pounding from that first generation being launched and not, I won't say well prepared, but well, I will say well prepared. So in this one, they want to know everything, or they want to get a grasp on everything um before they claim it as problem free. None of them problem free, but like I say, one of them was a valve train. Chrysler wanted the engine back, so he ended up replacing the engine. Could y'all imagine you buy a brand new car and at that point, if I was a customer, I would want another car. Now I'm not gonna dodge the brand or the name just because that. crazy isolated incident happen. It happens from time to time. That don't mean screw Dodge, screw Chrysler. I'm not ever buying another one. That's not what that means. That just means get you another one. That obviously that one has some problems. So that doesn't mean Dodge the brand. Now, what was the second one he said he went into? He went into a 3.6 third generation. He said he'd been in the 3. I tried to pick his brain, ask him what was wrong with him. One, he said he actually had some valve train issues. Tick, 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 tick. And he found the camshaft lobes actually grinding into the rocker. That's a different setup than the generation 1 and 2. So because I've never been in one, I don't have a grasp of how one looks. You see what I'm saying? So I have to lay sure, I can look at pictures all day long, but I have to lay my eyes and my hands on the physical parts, for me to give an opinion on. So, but he said he actually did some valve train work on one, and I can't remember what the third one was. So, there's a few hiccups out there on them. No big deal, people. No big deal. Pentastar, getting a handle on all this stuff. So I talked to the guy in class about that. It was something else. Spoke to some of the transmission guys. They were telling me the stuff they seeing. How unfortunate we're in a transmission class. A lot of the stuff, man, a stall out issue. A lot of people are misdiagnosing as they thinking it's drivability when in actuality, transmission causing stall outs. Okay, so say for instance you get ready to come to a stop. If your torque converter is locked in lockup mode and you get ready to come to a stop, that will stall your car out, guys. So, and in some cases it may or may not set a fault code. So you really gotta become a mechanic, a technician at that point. You gotta diagnose it, because the check engine light at that point is not bailing you out. Wouldn't we all like to be bailed out by a check engine light? Yes, we would, but it doesn't always happen that way. So, Louisiana, Dwayne Turner, what's going on, man? Man, you a hustler. I got to really get my game up. I seen you sell that scrap metal. You saw that, man? I actually recorded that 2 weeks ago, man. Man, I got such a backlog of film recorded that I ain't haven't had time to edit it. So I got a lot of backlog. But Dwayne, the funny thing about that is, man, the stuff just be laying around the shop, just collecting dust, or either waiting on the porters to throw it away in the trash can. Like radiators, come on, radiators are aluminum. Those transmissions that's trash, or we end up replacing them. That's aluminum. Batteries are worth something. Old batteries are worth something. This stuff is worth something, man. So it's not all. It's called junk, but it's not really junk. Am I saying that right? It's called junk, but it's worth something. So yeah, man. Yeah, my old Nissan truck. It's good for something. Like I paid $30 a month in liability for that thing. By the time I make 2 scrap runs, it pays for itself basically. So yeah, man, get it any way you can. Especially, and I found out the aluminum wheels are the biggest has the biggest value. The aluminum wheels and the battery has the biggest value. Okay, because they found out that there is some steel inside the aluminum, just say an all aluminum engine. In some cases, there may be a steel crankshaft in it. So that kills the name all aluminum. It's still an aluminum engine, but hey, so they lowered the price on that for that reason. Even a transmission, they lowered the price of it because somewhere in that aluminum transmission is some steel. So they can't really pay you the all aluminum price. So, but junk money, I get myself on to every day. I'm hustling. That's what's up, man. But yeah, you're right. That's a good name for it. Junk money, man. What was it, 115? You know what I can do with an extra 115? I can find something to do with it. And I think I was out of maybe 30 minutes tops. The hardest part was loading it on the truck. So it is worth something, guys. Like I say, man, look like the mechanics rolling back in. Our lunch over at 12:30. I got back early and decided to fire the camera up and see what y'all was up to. I didn't really want none of my update. I'm filming on the way here and on the way back, so I got footage galore I need to get edited. But I ain't want nothing, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to class. If I learn anything new, that's it don't help to tell y'all the brand new stuff, man. Like the 2020 problem I'm having at work. Ran that across a couple of instructors. I got to see what they got to say about that. Like all that stuff is too new and it's still under warranty. So I try to bring some of the older model stuff that y'all can relate to. Because there's no such thing as a do-it-yourself mechanic on a brand new car. It's under warranty. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go back in here and see if I can stir up more conversation with these fellow Chrysler techs on problems they have seen with older model cars. Your videos, keep them coming. That's what's up, Dwayne. So guys, thanks for watching. My lunch is over. I'm gonna go back in here and finish, give me some learning on. Man, you can never learn. Look, man, like being a technician is just like being a doctor. There's something new always coming out, and you have to stay up to date. That's what I aim to do, man. I don't want to get left behind at all. Anything coming out as far as changes, I want to know about it. All right. So I'm gonna head on back to class, man. Y'all, thanks for watching, man. Just a little just conversation, baby. Come and subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next video.